Good morning. Today is day 3 of Flossmas 2025. As you can tell, I am in a different location this morning. I actually am in town. I had a doctor's appointment this morning that I ended up getting rescheduled for, and I have to go back there later on today. So I'm taking advantage of the free time, and I thought I would record this real quick rather than trying to squeeze it in later on today. I am sitting on the hillside up in Duluth, Minnesota. I have a beautiful view this morning. I'll try taking a video of it across so people who aren't familiar with the area can see a little bit of Lake Superior. I can see there's one ship out there already. You can see both the bridges, both the High Bridge and the Bong Bridge, which is named after Richard I. Bong, who was the, I think, ace of aces. He's actually from the area nearby to where I live. So he's kind of a big deal around here. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. I tried to take video of my drive into town because I joke about living out in Narnia, especially at this time of year when it has snowed and there's snow in the trees and everything. But I don't know how well they'll turn out, and if they don't turn out, I won't include them. What else do I want to say? Well, I did make my cookies last night. I have a picture to prove it. I only worked on one project last night, really. The second project I started working on, I had an error. I decided to call it a night, that maybe I was too tired to be working on cross stitch, and that was that. So plow truck going by. All right, I'm not even going to try to pause to do this stuff. I'm just going to lean over, grab things as it is. Because I am in town and I knew I'd have to wait a little bit because I have to pick my son up after work, I brought cross stitch with me. I brought my sock with me. So I'll be able to get, I think, a decent amount of stuff done on both of them. All right, also I'm recording on my phone, so I can't share a picture of my project, so I'll insert a photo. First thing I want to share is my cross stitch project, All I Want for Christmas is Bigfoot by Sambry Stitches. I'm using 14 count Aida that I dyed myself after deciding I did not like how the snowflakes were showing on the original color. And I am using the called for DMC floss. I don't have anything to prop this behind, but here is my project's, my progress so far. Oh wow, was I tongue-tied? I finished the first Bigfoot, so he's all done. I did a little bit more work on the tree. I still have some colors I have to put in for the lights, but that's what I did. That was a little over 200 stitches last night, and I think it said I'm at 45% complete. So there's that. And then I mentioned my video yesterday that I was working on my vanilla sock. Here it is so far. It is Knit Picks Felice yarn in the Buddy colorway, I think it was. Last time I shared it, I was just a few rows away from dividing for the heel flap, and I have started the heel flap. I'm maybe 10 rows in so far on that, and while I'm waiting in the clinic, I'll pull this out and I'll work on it. So that is that for projects so far. In case you're curious, Nitpicks Felici. I've never tried to record myself in the car before, so this is all a new experience for me. I don't know how some of you do it, and it always looks like the phone is bouncing for me, which I hope it's not. I had some lively conversation on yesterday's video about the ornaments and favorite movies, favorite Christmas movies, and that was so much fun. Few of the movies I had forgotten about, and I learned about a few new movies. My friend Becky mentioned Charlie Brown Christmas, which I totally forgot about. And it's just some of those older movies, oldies but goodies, I guess. And I suppose once you reach a certain age, you forget about some of the classics, especially the cartoon ones, which is a shame. And I really do hope the newer generation remembers, discovers, rediscovers the older movies, because they are... I don't know if you could hear that, but we just had a wind gust. Linda mentioned National Lampoon and creating memories, and I have to say that is so true. Memories of Christmases from when I was younger and when I was in my early 20s, I mean, I look back on them so fondly, and they were so full of family and togetherness. And my mother-in-law used to do such a good job with making everything memorable. I mean, it's like she didn't even try, but I know she did. And it was just nice to have family around that time of year. And it wasn't just like an overnight trip. It was a few days. And now we don't do things like that anymore. At least I don't think so. I mean, we're all spread far apart, so it's a lot harder to get together. And now with chickens, I don't trust anybody to come take care of my chickens. I might have said that before in a previous video or up on my blog, but I don't. I've read too many horror stories about people hiring caretakers to come take care of them, and the people either don't show up, or they just don't pay attention, or they don't... I mean, all chickens really need is make sure that they have fresh water and access to a good food, to have their food. I mean, yeah, stories. So, I mean, I feel a great responsibility for the chickens, so I don't really care to pass that on to somebody else to come and take care of them, because some people just don't get it. Chickens are people too. What else? Oh, when I was driving up here, I had in mind two different things to ask, but the one I wasn't even sure if I had an answer for it, and it was, if you could go anywhere to beat the cold in the wintertime, where would you go? And I really don't know. I guess I'm so used to the cold up here, which I know some people say their area is cold, and it's all relative, I know that, but I'm pretty used to it here, and I just can't think of anywhere else where I'd want to go and spend half my year at. So there's that. And then the other one was, I was thinking about, what is your idea of a cozy evening? And I thought, well, that's simple. You know, bundled up under a quilt or a fuzzy furry blanket, usually with my knitting, good movie on TV, or, you know, fun show. And usually my knitting because a lot of times I don't need to look at my knitting while I'm doing it, so I can just really focus and enjoy the show. And of course, fire in the wood stove. But if you are familiar with wood heat, you know, it's not this soft, cozy type of fire. Usually it's so warm that you don't want to be wearing the blanket. So that's my idea of a cozy time. Oh, and then either hot chocolate or a really good coffee. Sometimes tea. Tea for me is turning more into a before bedtime routine, like sleepy time tea and chamomile tea. Although I do enjoy a good black tea. I just don't drink that nearly as much as the coffee. And now I kind of don't want to go outside and take that video now. I'm hearing the wind gust and I can see the snow blowing. Yeah. And I do hope that the camera's not shaking nearly as bad as it looks like it is to me. All right, I guess that's the end of it. If I have any of the extras to share, they'll be on after this. If not, this is probably going to be about a 10-minute video. So wherever you are, I hope you're safe. I hope you are warm and cozy. And I want to say thank you for spending time with me today and taking the time to leave comments, because it is so much appreciated and I feel like I'm making meaningful connections with you guys. And I hope you feel the same way with me. Oh, quick thing too. If you're a cross stitcher, I'm going to the Jingle Ball. And if there are any tips I should know about, because it's my first time attending, please drop them in the comments. And I hope I can find you there. Like I said, my first time there, so I have no idea what to expect or how to traverse through everything. So until next time, bye.